Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. It's Ufoma here. I know I'm a bad YouTuber. I'm like the worst out there, but I'm sorry guys. I'm here again. Once again, without a timeline, I'm here. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. If you're new, thank you. If you're old, thank you for stopping by. If you've gotten to this point in the video, I would like you to please subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Thank you very much. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the problems that plague YouTubers, preferably the problems that plague Nigerian YouTubers, especially the problems that plague me as a YouTuber, because I don't believe that this happens to just everybody. I'm talking of my own personal experience and the problems I've had with YouTubing and how I plan to solve those problems or look for a solution to those problems. Let's get right into the video. So if you've been following me for a while, you will know that what I normally vlog on is travel. So I love to travel, I love to visit new places, I love to tell stories. When I'm creating content, I prefer it to be a content where I am creating stories and telling you about a certain place or a certain person than just sitting and talking to you, because I just don't find talking videos very interesting. But lately, everybody knows about COVID-19 and what has been happening around the world. So it's going to be really hard to travel or really hard to visit places. Even restaurants are really hard to visit nowadays because of the spread of COVID-19. So I have to look for a way to carve out a new niche to include other things I'm interested in. So today I'm just going to start with how I have dealt with YouTube and the things that I have dealt with, the problems I've dealt with on YouTube, and how I plan to look for a solution to those problems. For starters, the first problem I have is the problem of inconsistency, and I'm going to put that in capital letter because I believe that I'm not the only one that goes through this. YouTube thrives on consistency. They require you, or it requires you, to put out videos maybe once every week, twice every week, or twice a month, or just have a timeline for how often your videos come out, so your subscribers know that, oh, at this time Ufoma is going to release a video at so time, and they are looking forward to that video. It's just like your soap operas or movies or your football game that you watch. So there should be a timeline for all videos, and this is where I have a big problem. Inconsistent. I am not consistent with how I put out my videos at all, and this might be a personal problem, but I want to believe that I'm not the only one that goes through this. It is not easy putting out videos every week or every 2 weeks. It is not easy coming up with content to put out videos. But that's the first thing. And how I plan to deal with that is I plan to have maybe an accountability partner, somebody I can be accountable to, that I can tell, or somebody that can ask me, have you recorded a video today, or have you recorded your next video for the week? You know, somebody that can follow me up and tell me, no, you have to do this, you have to do that. And me myself, I have to also push myself. Put out your content, put it out. No matter how stupid it might look, put it out there. You don't know, you can never really tell which video is going to blow up. That's the truth. Secondly, another problem I am plagued with is lack of content. Like I said earlier, I usually do travel videos, but recently I've not been opportune to travel given COVID-19, and honestly traveling is a lot of money. It requires a lot of funding to release that kind of content. So if you don't really have that much money, you might not be able to keep it up. So I've had problems with traveling, COVID-19. Number two, financially it's very strenuous. So creating content is not the easiest thing, but what I've come to find out is if you go through YouTube content and people that create content on YouTube, truly everybody is looking for something to watch. If you look for how, like, take for example, looking at how-to videos. How-to videos are like the most viral videos. They go viral in like 2 minutes because it just happens that everybody is looking for how to do a certain thing. I was so surprised when I saw something on Instagram a few weeks ago that said one of the highest watched videos includes how to boil an egg. What does that tell you? It tells you that people are actually looking for anything, any content at all they would look for. If I say how to set up my camera, somebody is looking for how to set up a Canon camera on a tripod. As easy as that might sound, somebody's looking for it. So how I plan to produce more content is, I think I will now be doing a lot of how-to videos, how I do certain things, or making more videos about my lifestyle, even though sometimes I'm not so comfortable with that because people, I don't know, people can be very weird. So I will try to be more open to my subscribers. I will try to put out more content on how I do certain things, because it so happens that a lot of people are looking for so many things. Number 3, something I've had to deal with personally is not believing in my content or not believing in what I do. You know, sometimes you yourself can be your own naysayer. You know, a lot of people talk about naysayers and how people said no to them when they started their journey, or how they started, somebody said, oh no, this doesn't make sense to you. Sometimes you yourself can be a naysayer. So I believe that I have done that to myself in recent time. I believe that sometimes I say, nobody really wants to watch my content, nobody really wants to see how to travel within Nigeria, nobody really wants to. Sometimes you tell yourself the negative things just to give yourself an excuse, but that's a lazy way of thinking. That's what I've come to realize. A few days ago I went back in time. I started feeling bad that, come on, you're doing YouTube, you've stopped it all of a sudden. You shouldn't stop it for any reason. So I went back, I backtracked a bit to when I first started YouTube. I was putting out content pretty much every week or every 2 weeks, and then I stumbled on something on my Instagram page where in case you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram page is going to be linked somewhere up here, or I'm going to put my handle somewhere up here. Please look for me on Instagram and follow me. Anyway, so okay, back to what I was saying. I backtracked a bit to when I first started and when I was putting out content, and I realized I put out so much content that I got recognized at some point, and I didn't even have much followers at the time. I was just doing what I loved. And I noticed I put out content. This phone, I got it because I actually put out content. This pen, I got it because I actually put out content. So it just reminded me that, Fuma, you're good at this thing. Stop telling yourself no. Stop telling yourself you can't do this thing. I mean, people saw your content on Instagram, recognized it, and you got a phone from it. How many people can say they've actually gotten something tangible from creating content? So you can actually do it. So stop being a naysayer. Sometimes you yourself are your naysayer. So that's something I've had to deal with. Reaffirm to myself that, Fuma, you can do this. Don't stop doing it just because the numbers are telling you it's a little bit low. People are not watching as much as you would want them to watch. Don't be your own naysayer. Encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to push yourself, push yourself, okay? So that's another thing. So that's the problem, and I've given you the solution. Oh, another thing that happened to me when I first started YouTubing was people started even recognizing me. I met about 2 people that recognized me from my YouTube channel. One I met in church. She just walked up to me like, hey, Ufuma, and I was like, oh, hi. And she told me, oh, I know you from YouTube. I watch your content. I'm like, oh, are you serious? I didn't know. I hugged her and everything. So people actually start recognizing you. You don't even realize how far your YouTube channel has gone. Another person recognized me when I went for a Google My Business conference. And he just came out like, oh yeah, you're the girl that does YouTube. And I was like, oh wow, so you remember, you know me and everything. And then I think I had less than 200 or 300 subscribers at the time. So people actually start recognizing you without you even knowing. Number 4, something I've had to deal with as a YouTuber is internet is expensive, data is expensive. It is very, very expensive to keep up with the data. It is very, very expensive. You know, in Nigeria here, we don't have, it's not like every house has a Wi-Fi router that you pay a monthly bill for. No, we don't do that here. So you get to buy data, even though it's relatively, the prices are lower than in the Obodo Igbo, but the truth is, when you have to pay, you're telling you have to pay 10K every time, every 2 weeks, you're paying 10,000. It can blow your mind. So a lot of times, that's something you have to put into consideration when you're making YouTube videos. Your Wi-Fi might be very, very expensive, or buying data can be very, very expensive and can take a toll on your account. But I think the solution to this is look for a data plan that suits you, something that you can afford, and know that I don't know if there's a solution for this one. I'm not even sure if there's a solution, but the truth is, I think you just have to look for a data plan that suits you, that you can afford, and you know that would not break you down at the end of the day, will not empty your account, if I say that. So trust me, it's a bit expensive to keep up with YouTube given the data expenses, but I think it's something you have to deal with. You just have to look for a way to make your content, and you need data. So look for a data that suits you and that you can afford. So that's what I plan to do, even though I don't know what it is yet. Number 5 that I've had to deal with is dealing with discouraging numbers. Okay, so you know, you want to put out a content and you want to see that, oh, 1,000 people viewed it or 2,000 people viewed it, but sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it can be 100 people, sometimes it can be 20 people, sometimes it can be 50 people. I've had to deal with discouraging numbers, going from having a high number to having a relatively low number, then another time you have a high number of viewers. And that might be because I am not consistent with my uploading. And also, you have to create content that is actually worth watching, content that people actually want to see. So I think that's another thing. So the solution to this is create content that is worth watching, create content that people want to see, create content that, you know, your viewers will love and will enjoy, and at the end of the day brings even more subscribers to your channel. And another thing I've noticed about YouTube is when you start making videos, you might have just one viral video, but that one viral video can keep growing your channel in ways you don't even understand. So I figured that my channel was still growing, people were still subscribing to my channel, even though I wasn't even putting out content, even though I wasn't even uploading. So I asked myself, if I could get up to 500 subscribers without uploading content regularly, what happens if I actually upload content regularly, if I'm actually very serious with my YouTube channel and I take it very, very serious? Man, I think it will grow beyond my wildest dreams. So that's another thing we're gonna do. Be consistent. Back to number 1, be consistent. I think this is number 6 now, or number 5, number 6, overthinking about equipment. You don't need, I don't personally go through this, but I know a lot of people go through it. You don't need overly expensive equipment. Sometimes you just need, my brother is in the back annoying me, so sometimes you really just need, if you have a camera, good for you. I do have a camera. I have a camera and that's what I'm using to shoot. If you have a phone, a good phone that has a good camera, an iPhone, a Samsung phone, trust me, you can use that. And nowadays there are phone tripods that can hold up your phone. So truly, using overly expensive equipment is not really a necessity. If I would say, if you want to even invest in anything, invest in your phone, invest in a good phone that has a good camera, invest in a tripod, some people invest in lights to make the video, you know, come out brighter and have, you know, better effect. Lighting gives better effect. But if you don't have all that money, you can use your phone and a tripod to make a good YouTube content. And trust me, there are so many people you can follow that do a lot with their phone, and trust me, it blows out of proportion. So you don't really need expensive gadgets. And lastly, what I would say is knowing the problem is just one step, but looking for a solution to the problem is what makes the whole difference. I know my problems, I know what I have to do. How I now tackle those problems now makes all the difference. And I hope I can tackle this problem and grow this channel with you guys. So as a content creator, if you've experienced any of the things I'm saying, please leave a comment below. Please leave a comment below. Thank you very much. Leave a comment below and share your experiences with me and the things that you've had to deal with as a content creator. Whether you create content on YouTube, or you create content on Instagram, or you create content on Twitter, wherever you create content, just let me know the kind of problems you've had to deal with as a content creator. And something I've also had to learn is I have to do my best even when I feel like it's not enough. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, share, like this video, do all you need to do to make this video go viral. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you next time in my next video. Thank you.